Thanks for joining me today. Today I've managed to persuade Luke to come and have a little chat with me because we're doing a vlog about Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. Now, if you have watched my previous vlog about things that I suggest and recommend for you guys to do when you want to step away from the Disney madness, I did say I wasn't going to speak about Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. I was going to wait because that's just a whole new vlog altogether. So in the car today, I managed to persuade Luke to jump on with me.
Hello.
He's so good at planning and stuff like that. Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, he's kind of like a little bit more to grips with than I am. Would you say?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I thought you were going to say something else.
No. Yeah, he is a little more like, he is quite good at planning stuff like that. So I thought I'm going to bring him along for the ride. So in case you didn't know, Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios are two theme parks. They're amazing. They are separate parks, Universal Studios being the older one of the two, Islands of Adventure is the newer one. I've always loved Universal Studios. When I was little, it used to have some amazing rides. The original Kong, I don't know if any of you guys remember that. Also Jaws, absolutely iconic. As I've got older, the park has become a little bit less of a wow factor, if you like. Not really so many rides that we tend to do there now. So really, that's why I'm here to talk to you today. It's a question that we kind of get asked quite a lot. Do we recommend doing two parks in one day? Do we recommend splitting the parks? How would we do it? We don't do Universal Studios and get like a 14-day pass or anything like that. When we go to Florida, we are definitely Disney people, so we will get the 14-day pass for Disney, and really you will find us most of the time checking out the Disney parks, unless we're going to Gatorland, Amazing Animals Inc., or doing an airboat ride, but we're definitely more there for the Disney. So we'd never have ever, and even when I was a little girl, I have never done like 14 days in the Universal Studios or anything like that. So I'll just let you guys know that now. So we kind of definitely always do two parks one day.
Yeah, in the Universal Studios and
yeah, we will always get up in the morning, leave quite early, and we just kind of head there, and we will notoriously always do Universal Studios first, and then we'll head on over to Islands of Adventure. Usually when we go, we always pick a Sunday.
Usually Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, usually a Sunday.
Well, it's been Sunday every time, apart from last time.
Yeah. So, and we always find Sundays to be relatively quiet.
There used to be.
Yeah, used to be. Obviously, we went in 2019 and we had a quite a long break, and then went back last year in 2023. So whether the pandemic has changed things slightly, I'm not sure, but when we went last year, we actually went on a Tuesday and it was busy.
You had the new Velocicoaster though, didn't you?
Yeah, you have got like the new Velocicoaster ride there, absolutely, but it was a lot busier than I thought, especially for a Tuesday.
Yeah.
However, we did make the epic mistake and we did go during spring break. No.
It was?
Autumn break. Fall break.
So it was October. So
Yeah,
it's
so
fall break.
break.
Yeah.
Fall break. So we did make that mistake. So whether that's why it was like a lot busier, but we definitely struggled a little bit, didn't we?
Two parks one day, didn't we?
Yeah, so this is what we always do. Two parks one day. So we didn't buy our tickets through Attraction Tix or anything like that.
Bought them direct
We bought them.
on the morning.
Yeah, which is what we always do. They cost a total of...
So they're $199 each per person. So it's about $425 total with tax, which is about 350 quid.
Right, and that's for the two parks, one day. So we did it on a Tuesday.
And the prices are the same. I'm looking now, that's what I've been looking at.
Right, yeah,
while we've
so
been talking. So
nothing's changed.
they're still about $194 to $214, depending on what day you pick. Fridays and Saturdays are more expensive, obviously. But yeah, so looks like it's $199 generally during the week.
Okay.
We went on the Tuesday.
Which was what
We found out we didn't really need to do it, didn't we?
So that's kind of like the conversation that we're kind of having, because somebody asked me about doing the two parks, and like I said, if that's something that I would suggest. Now, when we went on last year on a Tuesday, we went to Universal Studios first. It's the smaller of the parks. It doesn't have as much there, does it?
Not for us.
No, but I think in general it doesn't have as much.
It's a lot of simulator
there.
rides.
Yeah.
You got so they've only big roller coasters. You got a Rip Ride Rocket, which made me sick like previously, didn't it? So
years ago, we don't really
go
do
on
it.
The
Return of the Mummy, the Mummy's Revenge. Sorry.
Mummy's Revenge, and you got Return to Gringotts.
And Return to Gringotts. So they are like your three big rides. You've then got, like Luke said, some simulator type rides, and you've got a couple of the older rides, which off the top of my head I can't think, which is Men in Black and E.T.
Simpsons as well.
Oh, they got Simpsons Land there. Oh yeah, and they got a simulator in the Simpsons Land, which we don't do.
It's quite dated, isn't it? E.T., Men in Black, all that. It's all quite dated.
It's all dated. I kind of feel
But if you haven't done it, you probably want to go and do it, wouldn't you? But it's not, once you've done it once, I don't go running back. Simulators there, and they're like E.T.,
yeah,
Simpsons Ride, Men in Black.
Yeah.
Transformers, Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man is at
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I do
just
think,
testing you.
I don't, and I thought Transformers was also at Islands of Adventure.
And what else is there? Simulator ride.
The other simulator ride is the Jimmy Fallon ride.
The Jimmy Fallon, and you've also got the Transformers. No, not Transformers. Too Fast, Too Furious. Fast Furious.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think a lot of the rides, apart from Rip Ride Rocket, are kind of tucked away in buildings, which is how you kind of get the vibe that they're going to be a little bit more of a simulator type ride. And I'm not being funny, I've been on these rides and they break down quite a lot, is what I find. We decided last year that we would definitely do Universal Studios because we both love the Mummy's Revenge. We absolutely think that's such an amazing ride. So we got in there, it was actually closed. It had technical problems
from opening.
Yeah. So we were like, no, that's cool. We'll go and ride the Gringotts ride, which is another one that we do like, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And then we were like, yes, then we'll come back and then we'll try to get on the Mummy. Hopefully it'll be open. So we did Gringotts. Mummy was still down. We jumped on Jimmy Fallon because literally the wait time was 10 minutes. So we thought, well, we'll go on that. It's not something that we usually would go on because we don't really like it. And then
they hadn't changed yet, had they?
No.
Same ride.
Yeah. And then we went back to the Mummy and they said, look guys, it's just not going to open today, which was really sad, wasn't it? So as we're sort of like wondering what else we should do, we kind of looked at the app and noticed that the wait times at Islands of Adventure was going up and up and up and up. So we thought, right, that's it. So
well, there was nothing else to do in Universal anyway. So.
No. So we kind of like left. So we were there for what, an hour? I think.
Yeah, about that,
yeah. So for us, that wasn't really worth our time. I don't think.
No.
And
or money.
And I think if we were to go back, when we go back. When?
If.
When? When we go back, I don't think we'll bother doing Universal Studios because it just was a waste of money. Mm-hmm. I think it's really sad because that was always one of my favourite parks, like growing up, and I know that you wouldn't know the rides that I'm talking about. You've never been on Jaws, have you? And like the original King Kong was there, and that's before they had Islands of Adventure. But now, I think Islands of Adventure is such an amazing park. Like, it is really good, isn't it? So we made our way over to Islands of Adventure, and I guess we got there about 10-ish. And we spent literally from 10 till about sort of like 5 just doing all the rides. We never purchased anything like the fast passes.
No, it was like, bear in mind we've paid $400, $450 for that to bolt on for the fast pass system, whatever they call it. It was an additional.
It's about 70 something, I think.
Well, I think it's more than that.
70, 80?
Per person.
Per person, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we were just like, do you know what, we're just going to like ride it out. And to be fair, we didn't have a long wait on some of them. Like Hulk was pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
The Jurassic Park River Rapids, Adventure.
That was a walk on.
That was a walk on, sorry, Jurassic Park River Adventure. We didn't do any of the simulators actually in Ireland.
We did Skull.
Oh yeah, my gosh, right, because
nearly a walk on.
that was like a walk on. Seriously, we've been on that before and we queued for like an hour when it first opened, and again, really for us, not like one of our favourite rides. And we walked past and Luke was like, it's literally like says 10 minutes, and we were like, if it is actually 10 minutes, we're gonna go on it.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it was, and it was I actually quite enjoyed it.
I think it's overrated.
Do you think it's overrated?
It's like, when did they build that? The last sort of few years, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd say, was it 16? It was there when we went on it in 16, I'm pretty sure.
But the amount of money they must have spent on it, and it's just literally, I don't want to spoil it, but it's just, yeah.
It's not one of your favourites?
No, it should be like a... I just don't know why they lean to these simulator rides and all that all the time.
Yeah, I do find that with the Islands of
Just my
Adventure and the Universal Studios, there is an awful lot of simulator rides there. It's worth noting as well that Bluto's barge was
out of action.
And it had also shut Dudley Do Right's Ripsaw Falls.
Mm-hmm.
That's down for refurb, I believe, or unless it's going, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure on that one. The rides that we queued the longest for were the what's that Harry Potter ride called? Not a Harry Potter fan.
Well, Gringotts.
No, the motorcycle. Hagrid's.
Oh, Hagrid's. Oh my god.
So we did queue, didn't we, for like a good hour.
More than an hour.
Was it more than an hour?
I think it was like 2 hours.
Right, so we'd never done it before though, because we'd never managed
Every
to
year
get
we've gone, the queue
Yeah.
has been right back to the barrier and then like coming out. So we've always just gone, no, it's not worth it. And this year, we just thought, we might as well.
We might as well do it.
The queue was further in, but I think they must have... The queue time was saying probably like over an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. I think it must have been like 120 minutes, must have been.
Yeah.
And then I think it might have gone down, but because the queue stopped for a little while, didn't it?
What did you make of it though?
Oh, it was an amazing ride.
Yeah, it was really good.
Would I queue 2 hours again to go on it? Probably not.
So now you've done it, you like ticked it off.
I'd do it. If it was an hour, I'd wait an hour for it.
Would you wait an hour?
That's my limit for any decent ride, would be an hour.
It is a really fun ride though. Like obviously, if you have got to ride it, that's great. But yeah, for us who had never done it before, it was really fun, and I was actually really glad that we did it. Yes, it probably wasn't worth that long a queue though. Probably not. The ride that we also queued the longest for would have been Velocicoaster.
That was amazing.
That was a crazy wait time, wasn't it? Was that about an hour?
Over an hour.
So we waited over an hour. Now, to begin with, I was like, I'm not really worried. Like, I don't mind if we don't do it. It's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm going to be missing. And then we did queue, and I have to say, it is the best ride in the park, hands down. It's so much better than Hulk. I think it's better than Hagrid's.
Mm-hmm.
I just absolutely think it's amazing. And I would definitely 100%, I probably would queue just over an hour. I think I'd do an hour and a half just for that ride.
Yeah, the queue, like in the queue, the visuals and the animatronics and all of that was amazing.
Amazing, wasn't it?
Really
yeah,
good.
Absolutely. So I just think, for us, I think it's a shame because I do love like the nostalgia of Universal Studios. I think I love the way it looks. I love that kind of the vibe like that you kind of get from it. But I just feel like it's really like let itself go. There's not an awful lot going on. It doesn't captivate you in any kind of way.
It's really good for kids though, isn't it? All the simulator rides and the stuff that they can't go on roller
because
coasters.
they have got the Shrek 4D.
And they've also is that now Minions?
Minions. Oh my gosh! See, this is why I brought you on.
Minions.
Come on.
We've never done that, but
No.
we've not been a big fan of that, have we?
No.
And like Poseidon's Fury, like they've got rid of that, haven't they now?
Yes.
That was really good.
That was pretty good. It broke down when we were on it.
I remember that time we went with my mum and dad, didn't we? And it was your mum and dad there?
Yeah.
So they the ride just broke down. It was just before the main scene at the end.
The big finale.
And then the whole thing broke down the stage before. So then I think it was the tunnel thing that you go through.
Oh yeah.
That didn't work to go through to the main area, so they just took us off to the right and then just made it look like it was the end of the ride. They didn't go like, right, okay, queue back in, or we'll get you back in now. They just left everyone to go, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a bit.
Yeah.
naughty.
That was. Yeah, there are definitely some rides that I will miss if I don't do Universal Studios, and I think like the Mummy's Revenge was a big one because I absolutely adore that ride.
But you're not gonna pay to go
That's
into
it.
the whole park just to go to that one ride, are you?
No, it's just essentially what we were doing,
Which we did, yeah.
and it was just crazy. There's just not an awful lot there. So I think when
We've
people
got Gringotts. The only two I'd do is probably Gringotts and the Mummy.
It's just one of those things, isn't it? As well, I think because we go usually during like the autumn time, so it's either September, October, which means that Universal Studios, keep getting my words mixed up, which means Universal Studios do shut earlier because they have the Halloween Horror Nights. Now maybe that's why there's not an awful lot going on. You know, maybe I'm like giving it like a bit of an unfair judgment. Maybe, you know, they're going to be cutting back a bit because it comes alive at night, and we've never done Halloween Horror Nights ever. We tried a good couple of times. But we never
Tried.
managed to get it.
I phoned up. So basically, we'd already in years before we've already booked our tickets to go before, and we've always bought. We have done in the past. We bought the 7-day thing, haven't we? And we only went for one day.
Yeah, that's it. We used to buy 7 days for it.
We used
Of course we
to
did.
bolt it onto our
Yeah.
package deal, and then we thought, why are we doing that if we're only going for one
One
day?
day.
So that's why we then stripped it out. But every time I'd phone up to book the Halloween Horror Nights, they would say to me, oh, you can either buy the whole park ticket and then you get the Halloween Horror Nights bolted onto it. But they wouldn't let you just bolt it onto an already pre-purchased ticket. They
No.
couldn't link it.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, look, I'm on the phone trying to buy something from you and you won't let me buy it. And she said, oh, no, I
Yeah.
can't. I can't do it. You have to buy it on the day. And I said, but what if you go out, get out of stock and
Yeah.
you can't get in? We go all that way and
It's
so
a waste of time.
anyway, so we've just never been.
It's a shame because it does look epic. But we didn't even bother doing it this year, did we? Last year. We didn't even bother looking at it last year.
No.
But it does look really good. But what I'm saying is maybe that's why Universal Studios does look a bit bare when we go there, because they're kind of just saving all their stuff for the evenings. And Universal Studios normally will shut at about 5 o'clock when they've got Halloween Horror Nights on, which is why the Islands of Adventure does get busier. So really just to round it up, I don't believe that the two parks is any good.
I know, I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
If we'd go again, I'd just go to Islands of Adventure. If we go again, I'd just go to Islands of
No,
Adventure.
when we go again, you just do Islands of Adventure. It does make me so sad though, because the Mummy.
You've got the train ride as well, the Harry Potter train ride between, but
We didn't even do that last
Didn't
year.
even
We
do
just
that.
walked because the train was so.
it was an hour and a half
It was an hour
wait.
and a half wait, and we could just walk across like in 15.
Yeah.
So we didn't even do that. We just literally walked across. Our top rides at Universal Studios only would definitely be Gringotts,
Mummy.
Mummy's Revenge, Revenge of the Mummy, and I think that's it.
And Rip Ride Rocket if we went on it, but I could go on it again. It's just,
It doesn't like.
Just throws you
I
around a
love
bit.
roller coasters, but that doesn't do like. I've never been on that.
I think it's just because if I do go, I'll be the only one that went on it, and it's just that one time that I went on it, and I felt a bit wobbly, but I don't think it was a ride.
Hang on a second.
It probably didn't help.
No, wait a second. You felt a bit wobbly.
Yeah.
You felt no. You felt a bit wobbly.
Yeah. So what's the next?
Right, hang on a minute. Hang on. He threw up out of his nose and then had to go and lay down in recovery.
Only for a couple of hours.
for a good couple of hours. In fact, you almost passed out.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
It's heat stroke, I think, and just the exhaustion of planning the trip.
So let's not downplay that.
It got so bad, the guy was like, the medic in the medic centre at Universal, he said, you've gone over like the threshold. Anyone that stays in our medical room this long, we normally have to phone the ambulance. So you can either stay for a little bit longer or we'd have to call an ambulance. And my dad was like, "Oh, give us 10 more minutes and then we'll leave."
I think your dad had a nap and all, didn't he? When he sat with you.
It was nice, air conditioning.
Air conditioning. His dad went and said,
asleep.
"I'll go with him to the medic room." Ended up having a little nap. They were having a great time.
I was ill. I was like, yeah, I think I had like heat stroke or something.
God. And then if we head on over to Islands of Adventure, hit me with your top rides.
It would be Velocicoaster.
Absolutely.
Hulk.
Yes.
Hagrid's.
Yes.
The Jurassic Park.
The River Adventure.
River Adventure, yeah.
Yep.
And have I missed anything? Kong's not for me.
No, Kong is not for you, is it?
The Rip Ride. No, the Dudley's Water Ride. What's it called?
Dudley Do Right.
You just get too.
Dudley Do Right.
Yeah, you just get too wet on that.
Okay.
It's just stupid. I mean, it's fun. You just get, you want a really, really hot
I don't
day.
know if that's going or if that's coming back though.
You reckon they're refurbing it?
I don't know. I mean, are they
Shall I check?
refurbing? Are they not refurbing?
Yeah, it's open. 5-minute wait at the moment. Well, 5-minute wait. What time is it there? It's in the morning now, isn't it? Yes, they've just opened, haven't they?
Right, so it is opening again. So I think, from our point of view, bearing in mind it is just the two of us, Islands of Adventure is way more fun. It has way more to offer, and there is quite a lot for kids to do there as well. Because don't forget, you've got the
what about the
Zeus Landing.
the flight of the hippogriff?
Well, we've never been on that, have we?
Oh no, what one did we? No, not that one. What was the one where you spin around? Forbidden Journey.
Oh, Forbidden Journey.
Did you like that?
No.
Did you not?
Right, Forbidden Journey. It kept the restraint kept like knocking me. I know there's a lot going on there. You've got Zeus Landing for kids, haven't you? Which is all like the Cat in the Hat, Dr. Zeus. I don't know many things about Dr. Zeus, but that's quite fun for kids. So my advice would be, don't bother with Universal Studios at the moment, but that's just me. I don't know if you've never been, maybe, but for us, I don't think we're going to bother again. So it's a goodbye to Universal Studios when we go next, which makes me sad. Don't say it, it's when we go. But what's your final words?
I echo what you just said.
Yeah,
If I go again, I'll just do Islands of Adventure.
yeah,
If I go again.
when we go again. Also though, guys, let me just say, 2 parks in one day is absolutely 100% like more than doable. We have done it every single year that we go.
Before Velocicoaster though.
Before Velocicoaster.
And obviously
now.
that's drawing more crowds in.
Yeah, that is true. It does change it. Obviously, let's not forget about the epic universe that they are building. So maybe that's why Universal Studios is slowly kind of fading, because there's going to be something a little bit more epic. Who knows? But for now, when we go back and the epic universe isn't open, we're definitely going to stick to Islands of Adventure. So thanks for joining me on today's vlog. Oh, and thank you for joining me
You're
on
welcome.
today's vlog. I appreciate that. Don't forget to check out my other videos, hit the like button, and please do subscribe. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. There's not much in the Universal Park. We love it.